message for humanity. Okay, the title of this video is going to be Massage is Spiritual. And my inspiration, my motivation behind doing this video is the fact that I am a licensed massage therapist and I am also a very spiritual woman. So, disclaimer, obviously all massage therapists are not going to share this view because all massage therapists are not spiritual. But I hope that after watching this video, you will be able to see the benefits of choosing a therapist who is spiritual. Okay. So we know what massage therapy is. So I don't think I have to explain that, but I guess I will give a slight description of what massage therapy is. It's the technique of using hands and other body parts and different massage techniques and strokes in order to help relieve pain, help a person relieve pain, or just to help a person relax. Very simple. Massage is an ancient healing technique that ancient civilizations used for healing, for pain relief, for relaxation, and even, against some illnesses as well. Okay. And spirituality. What is spirituality? Well, it would be very difficult for me to put in words what spirituality is, just because to me, I feel like it's something that's in my essence. It's something that I live and breathe. That's literally is in my essence. It's in when I wake up in the morning. I mean, it's routine. So basically, it's just doing different things that help to strengthen your connection with the spiritual entities or the spiritual realm, or, doing things to prepare your spirit. I mean, spirituality can be described 100 different ways, but to me, I'm gonna say it's practicing to be able to understand messages that are received not verbally, receiving messages intuitively, or just listening to your intuition, letting your gut lead you, also known as letting spirit lead you. Your gut, your spirit, higher self. There's a million ways that I could describe spirituality, but hopefully I articulated it in a way that you can understand. Okay, so how do these two things correlate, massage therapy and spirituality? So I'm just going to speak on my own experience as a massage therapist and as a person who's very spiritual. When I, first of all, before I take a client, there are spiritual things that I do to prepare myself and prepare my spirit for the energy that I'm about to be interacting with. I don't know, even, if I work at a spa, I don't know my clients. Some clients I do know because they come back and see me repeatedly. Some clients I don't know. And so I don't know what type of energy they're going to bring into the session. I don't know what their intentions are, what their mood is. I don't know what they're about to bring into the session. So I do things to prepare my spirit for the energy of the incoming client, like meditation. Of course, it goes without saying, meditation. 5 minutes of meditation before a client, always. That's just not even just with massage. That's just in general. 5 minutes of meditation, okay? To prepare myself spiritually. If I have time, if I'm able, I will sage my energy and sage my space in between clients just to make sure that any lingering negative energy has left the building, okay? So that's one way that makes massage spiritual for me, because I know that I'm going to be interacting with a person's energy. Also, I'm a Pisces, so even before I was spiritual, I've always been an empath. I saw something that was very funny to me that said that Pisces are the SpongeBob of the zodiac, because first of all, we are like a sponge that we absorb people's energy, and that's just the nature of a Pisces, because we're so empathic. We're almost like a martyr, or very willing to sacrifice ourselves for the happiness of another person. That's the nature. That's our nature. And so when I became spiritual, even though I had already been very sensitive to people's energies, when I started to practice spirituality, I started to become aware of, the fact that I was taking on people's energies. And so I have more videos coming about how to cleanse yourself from other people's energy. But that's another thing that makes massage spiritual. So I'm going to put it like this. The human body is intelligent. I mean, okay, so you see me, I'm a person, I'm here talking to you, but the things that's going on behind the scenes, we know that our bodies are made up of trillions of cells, and each and every cell has a job to do. And each cell is working round the clock just so that we can exist. And so we can infer that the body is intelligent. It's its own intelligent entity. So anytime that I'm in the presence of another person, subconsciously, there's a conversation happening. So especially if I'm going to take my hands and, put my hands on a person's body, there is a conversation happening energetically, spiritually. Information is being exchanged. Obviously, yes, I am going to speak to my client. Hey, how you doing? What brings you in today? What would you like from your massage? Okay, so that's me and the client actually physically having a conversation. But once my client has undressed to their comfort level and they've gotten on the table, usually with their face in the face cradle face down, and we're no longer talking with our mouths, the conversation then becomes a spiritual conversation between my body and that person's body, more specifically my hands, my forearm, my shoulder, whatever I'm using on that client. There then begins a conversation between my body and my client's body, my spirit and my client's spirit. So when I'm really into a massage, how I know that this is a really great massage is when it's kind of becomes like a dance to me. I'm going to be playing music. Music is going to be playing in the background. It's going to be like sound therapy or massage music. And the music's playing, and sometimes I close my eyes and, I'm doing the strokes and I'm doing the motion, and it's just totally in sync. It's rhythmic, because everyone's body has a rhythm internally and externally. There's a rhythm because we know that, like I said, body's made out of trillions of cells. The cells are vibrating to a certain rhythm. So the client's body and the client's cells are vibrating to a certain rhythm. My hands are vibrating to a certain rhythm. And so when I place my hands on a client, and sometimes I can get in sync with the client's rhythm, and I can give them a great massage. And at the end of the massage, they give me praise. They thank me. They're healed. They're happy. You understand? And it's a very powerful experience. It's very powerful for me. It's very powerful for the client. Sometimes it gets overwhelming for me, for a person to even offer me so much praise. It's like unreal a little bit. And to me, yeah, I am very talented at what I do, but when it's an experience like that, it's because I'm able to get in sync with the rhythm of the client's body. Okay. Now on the flip side, if a client comes in and, their energy is off a little bit, then and I'm unable to get in sync and get into the rhythm of the client's internal external rhythm, or their craniosacral energy, which is another modality, another healing modality that I've had the pleasure of being introduced to. If I'm unable to get in sync, say my spirit is communicating with the client's spirit, and we're not getting along, we're not clashing. Like, before I begin my massage, I set my intentions for the client. I intend for this massage to be healing. I intend for this massage to relieve all the pain in the client's body. I intend for this massage to remove emotional blockages. And this is just intentions that I set. This is just my intentions. I'm not saying that a massage is going to wipe away all your problems and all your issues. I'm not saying that. but I'm saying that I will set the intentions for it to do these things, for it to be healing for you. And the client spirit is like, I don't really want that, or, has any type of objection at all. Then that client will very likely not probably enjoy my massage as much as someone who would if I'm able to align with the rhythm. If the conversation is smooth between my spirit and the client's spirit, the massage will be splendid. It'll be amazing. It'll be wonderful. It'll be fireworks going off. It'll be so much relief to the client. It'll be so it'd be good for me as well, because it's healing. It's healing, helping people. And other empaths, you know exactly what I'm saying. It's healing to help somebody. It is. Okay. And so, so where before it's kind of like a dance, like, I'm in tune, the music's playing, it's rhythmic. But with the client whose spirit is not open to receiving the healing that I'm trying to facilitate, then it won't be a dance. It'll be like I'm trying to dance, but there's resistance. And so it won't go as smoothly, even though I'm still able to, access the soft tissue and do the work on the muscles the way that's my job to do, what they came to me for. They're going to get that. They're going to get that work on their muscles and that relief in their muscles. But it's the healing factor. It's the healing factor. Massage is healing, and it is very spiritual. Sum it all up, a spiritual conversation is taking place. An energetic conversation is taking place between my body and the client's body. Okay? And so I feel like anytime I'm able to, let me say this, right? So the body is primitive, and it really only knows two states of existence: fight or flight, which is based off the sympathetic nervous system, and rest and digest, which would be based off the parasympathetic nervous system. Most of us are usually in a fight or flight kind of response, that we're in the fight or flight response just because of the lives that we live. I mean, just the lives that we live, society every day, basic society every day has us. This is why anxiety is so high, depression is so high, because we are in a fight or flight type of, the body only knows fight and flight, or rest and digest. So a person comes in, they're in pain. It could be emotional, physical. The person's in pain. They're stressed out, whatever. They come in for a massage. Me, by simply setting my intentions into the universe, telling spirit, telling higher self, this is what I want to achieve with this massage. Telling the universe, may my hands be helpful. May my hands be healing. May I want this person to leave this room feeling better than they did when they came in. And I'm setting my intentions. First of all, I'm having a conversation with spirit. I'm having a conversation with the universe before the client even reaches me. And then when the client comes in, like I said, the body is intelligent. It is communicating. It's, just how it reacts to sunlight. The body reacts a certain type of way to sunlight. It reacts a certain type of way to cold weather. It reacts differently based off those different interactions. And so, same thing, there's going to be a reaction when I place my hands on a person's body. Usually it's a healing. It's going to be a healing for the client, because that is what my intention is, healing. And so anytime I'm able to have a conversation with someone's body without using words, using only my intention, I'm able to have a conversation with another person's body and say, I'm here to facilitate healing for you. Will you accept it? And energetically, that person's body speaks back to me and say, yes, I need this, I want this, I'm willing to accept it. And they're going to have an amazing experience, and amazing results, and amazing benefits for sure. So I'm able to use my hands and my intentions to help that person to come out of the fight or flight response and come into the rest and digest response. And when your body's in a rest and digest response, yeah, not only are you, you're resting, you're calm, you're peaceful. Healing is taking place in your body on a cellular level. When I'm able to activate that parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest response, healing is taking place in the body on a cellular level. I had to say that twice because I felt like it was very important, and it's important for me to be repetitive so that the most important parts of the information, the most important pieces of information in this video are received. I think it's important. I think that massage is very important because listen to what I'm able to do. I'm able to take you from fight or flight to rest and digest. And this is healing for all parts of your body. Your organs are able to take a break and say, okay, I'm calm, I'm peaceful. Your organs are able to take a break and rest and heal. Every single cell, all trillion cells are going to be now in that parasympathetic nervous system response and are going to be healing. And so, family, this is what makes massage spiritual, because it is a conversation being held energetically between my body and another person's body. And I'm able to facilitate healing to people. I'm able to heal people just solely based off my intention. My hands, they lead themselves. It's like I'm not even leading my hands. My hands are leading themselves. If you're a massage therapist, then you'll understand that sometimes you get a client and they say, they have a knot right here. Their body's all beat up. Obviously, you know that you want to give them a deeper, firmer tissue because they're going to get better results. I mean, that's the only surefire way to be able to work knots out of a person's body is by using the deepest pressure, honestly. So sometimes a client might come in, they might say, I want medium pressure, but my hands, I might be giving them firm or deep pressure just because based off touching them, it sends signal to my brain that says this person needs some deep, firm pressure to work these knots out. And so these are things that are happening subconsciously without me even thinking about it. I know that the client wants medium pressure, but my brain, my hands are like, oh no, this person needs deeper pressure, you see? And so that's more information being exchanged energetically and spiritually between me and the client without me even speaking a word. I have had clients who, like I said, they come in, I set my intentions for healing. I have had clients cry in the middle of their session because trauma is stored in our body. If you go through something that's traumatic and you don't heal from it and release it, it will be stored in your body. And so sometimes I'm working on a muscle, and I'm working on a muscle, and I think this client has a knot, and in all actuality, it's some emotional trauma that the client has built up and stored. Emotional trauma built up and stored right there in that person's body, and I'm working on it, and I release it, and there's tears because it's now released. And so you cannot tell me that that's not spiritual, honey. Yes, what we do, it is very spiritual, and it is very healing based off what type of therapist that you have. And so I'm a person who constantly, I burn sage, I meditate. I mean, I talk to the moon. Me and the moon have a relationship. She is my mother. The sun is so warm and nurturing. I will literally sit in the sun and just give thanks and say, I'm so grateful for the warmth of the sun. And if you're my Instagram friend, you've seen me do it. And so spirituality has really taught me how to be able to hold space for the healing of another person. And, that was taught to me I was very lucky when I went to massage school, I was very lucky to have my first teacher. She was a spiritual woman. She referred to herself as a moon goddess, which I just thought was just amazing. Shout out to Mary Histing. She's amazing. Shout out to Mary. I love her. She was my first teacher when I first started massage school, and she was spiritual, and you know, that to me was my first indication that massage is something that's spiritual, because at the end of class she would do a guided meditation session with us, which I just totally enjoyed. Like, I've now learned that guided meditation, you can use it so many different ways. You can use it for inner child healing. You can use it for, anything that you want to achieve. You can use meditation to achieve it. And meditation for sure is spiritual. But yeah, Mary was my teacher, and she was very spiritual. And, she actually ended up being fired from that position because she refused to take the spirituality out of the lesson. Some of the students weren't happy. Like I said, everybody's not spiritual. Some of the students were not happy with that. They were like, they wanted to learn it the way it was textbook, the Western way. And, she left the job because she refused to take the spirituality out of massage. And I will always respect, honor, and appreciate her for that. I myself have adopted that same ideal. I will never take the spirituality out of massage. It is very spiritual. Life is spiritual. Life is spiritual. There you go. Life is spiritual. Every part of life, every interaction, every conversation, every thought, every activity that you participate in, it is spiritual. Because even though physically you're living in the 3D world and you're physically doing things in the 3D world, it's having an effect spiritually on you, on your spirit itself. Spirit is observing you do these things, observing these conversations with these person. Spirit is taking in the energy of people, quite possibly. And, that's why it's so important to get into spirituality, because spirituality, it teaches you first how to protect yourself, protect your spirit, how to protect yourself energetically. That's one of the main things that I feel like it teaches you. And so, family, this video, I hope you enjoyed this video. This video was for me to show the correlation between massage therapy and spirituality. I hope that it was informative, and I hope that you now understand the benefits of choosing a therapist who is spiritual, and looking more into it, even getting a massage. Like I said, massage is very spiritual and it's very healing. So I think that everybody needs massage. Whether if you know it or not, everybody needs massage. Whether if your shoulders ache, or if your head ache, or if you're just stressed out, or whatever it is that you're going through, everybody needs massage. And everybody needs spirituality. That is just my opinion. Please do not take it personal or take it hard, get offended in any type of way. That is just my opinion. And I'm led by spirit. So if spirit says it, then it must be true. Okay, so peace, love, prosperity, all of that, family. Expect more videos coming, more content about all things spiritual. Follow my Instagram. I'm going to put the handle up for my Instagram at the end of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Listen, family, support me. Because you know what happens when you support me? You put some positive karma out there into the universe, and you in turn will receive support from sources that you never even probably thought of, family. So be supportive, support me. If I can help and support you in any type of way, I'm happy to do it. Until next time, family, peace. It's your Golden Brown Empress. I'm out. I love you. 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 And remember, do it for your spirit. Do it for your soul. Do it for your spirit. Peace, family. It's all love. It's nothing but love for you.